2022 has been an exciting year for strategy games to say the least, with massive games like Total War Warhammer 3, Victoria 3, and Knights of Honor 2 available to play. There are so many more games out there to be excited for, however, and if you're as hyped as I am for the biggest and most anticipated strategy games of 2023, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and keep on watching for some awesome surprises. If you're like me though and love the blend of Roman armies and strategy, then make sure to check out the epic and charming Warlord Britannia. Warlord puts you in the shoes of a Roman legate, sent to faraway lands to conquer in the name of Rome. This is a hardcore experience, and you'll need to not only gather resources and build your fortifications, but recruit legionaries of various types, upgrade them with new armor and ranks, send them into battle to make the Emperor proud, and conquer those barbarian villages. But what you do with them is up to you. Warlord just received a massive archer and artillery update, making his armies more versatile and epic looking than ever. And of course, you get to participate in the fun as well. Warlord Britannia's next massive update is out on December 14th, and is the perfect blend of action and strategy in a charming package. Let's begin with something truly amazing and different to spice things up, shall we? Taking inspiration from the great Mountain Blade Bannerlord, Total Conflict Resistance is somehow a stunning mix between strategic campaign gameplay, including army, economy, and diplomacy management, and first-person combat in real-time battles, where you're even able to command your squads at the same time from above. Total Conflict not only sounds amazing as a concept, but it also looks beautiful, and the intensity of the battles and depth of tactics are meant to bring it all together. It'll be really interesting to see how this game shapes up, but you can already try the demo for free right now. The second game on our list is the amazingly epic-looking The Great War Western Front. This is a turn-based strategy game set during World War I at the Western Front, taking a deep look at this massive and little explored war. Tactics and strategy is everything. On the campaign map, the front lines are clear and filled with armies, and it's up to you to maneuver your way to the other side. You will have to make decisions on how to best further the war effort, choose which technologies to research, and do everything you can, like taking enemy cities, to destroy the enemy war morale. Take all of this to the battlefield, where the tactics of trench warfare means everything for who ends up on top. Trenches, artillery, and where to place your armies and tanks will be vital for victory. And I think all of this just looks so charming and epic. I can't wait to play The Great War when it releases sometime in 2023. For even more World War I awesomeness, we have the extremely unique Ratten Reich. Ratten Reich is indeed about rats, but more than that, it offers a very unique take on World War I. Ratten Reich takes place in a dark universe where war has been a fact of life for years. But instead of being fought between humans, rats, mice, roaches, and lizards are the ones carrying the guns and wearing the Imperial uniform. Ratten Reich is more a close-up and personal RTS game, where you control units on the battlefield in absolutely beautifully crafted environments. Even though they may be war-torn and horrid, you'll be able to take control over a small squad of soldiers or even an entire division depending on the situation, and taking advantage of the terrain such as barricades will be vital. Just remember that this game offers destructible environments, so it'll never be too safe wherever you hide. Ratten Reich even offers a unique campaign and storyline which is inspired by the universe of the same name, a universe which, unsurprisingly, is very much based on early 20th century Europe. You'll have to make use of special characters to further the war effort. There's even customizable vehicles such as tanks, co-op opportunities, and a multiplayer option. Ratten Reich will not hold back in showcasing the explosive horrificness of the war, and I can't wait to experience the unit and vehicle diversity in Ratten Reich, along with everything else, when it releases in 2023. Coming up is the beautifully intriguing looking Spellforce Conquest of Eo. This is an absolutely beautiful looking game in the classical Heroes of Might and Magic turn-based style, all set in the world of Spellforce. It's all about magic and towers here, and about growing your influence in this vast fantasy world. As always, we have a combination of that turn-based campaign and the tactical battles. The heroes are important here, with each one offering personal and unique quests, and every campaign will be different with the all-new procedurally generated campaigns. In other words, if you're into high fantasy and awesome visuals, make sure to look out for Spellforce Conquest of Eo in 2023. Next up is Manor Lords, and if you have yet to hear about this gem, well, get cozy, because this is awesome. Manor Lords is another dream come true for medieval RTS, essentially mixing town building and construction with a full freedom of placement and rotation, the simulation of growth of real medieval towns, trade, and mixing it all with medium-scale battles that aim to provide a realistic feel and flow of battle, merging unit formations with morale systems, flanking, fatigue, and weather and equipment effects. There will even be cavalry, fortifications, the ability to place units on walls, and even gunpowder and siege engines in the final version of the game, which sounds really promising. Manor Lords does not have a set release date just yet, but I believe it's likely that 2023 will be the year this game sees the light of day. At least I hope it finally will. For more medieval strategy, a particular game I find very interesting indeed is King's Orders. King's Orders is a charming, simple, yet innovative upcoming strategy game that brings an important twist to the genre. Instead of commanding cities and armies directly on the campaign, you command them through orders and messengers. This completely changes everything, as you must make decisions based on the reports you receive from the battlefield and your governors, and wait for the messengers to make their way back and forth across dangerous paths. Conquer cities and control trade routes, manage your economy, and dominate the world in this 100 Years' War setting. And I hope I can do just that at some point in 2023. For more history now, we have Ara History Untold. This is an interesting one, as Ara is all about taking your nation through history and lead your civilization to the pinnacles of human achievement. And that probably tells you something, namely that this is a game in the style of Civilization and the more recent humankind. The difference is that I feel like Ara is trying to go for a bit more realism here, focusing both on resources, war, and perhaps first and foremost on expanding your civilization bit by bit on the map. There's not much we know about Ara just yet, but I think it looks interesting enough, and hopefully we'll learn more in 2023. Next up is a remaster of the classic Pharao: A New Era, a remake of sorts of the original Pharao game, which came out all the way back in the 90s. Pharao: A New Era is a city builder, offering 50 missions and over 100 hours of gameplay. Here we cultivate our fertile lands along the Nile, raise those iconic ancient Egyptian buildings and monuments, and manage our culture and religion. You'll even have to deal with economic or political crises, and even plundering enemies. This is a remake featuring modernized UIs and other systems, including a 4K overhaul that makes those old-style visuals look even better. Pharao: A New Era is set to release in the first months of 2023. And now for something completely different, we have Falling Frontier, an RTS taking place in a procedurally generated star system where intel, logistics, and tactics are everything. Falling Frontier takes place in a sci-fi universe where space is open to those who want it the most. There is no ruling empire to be found here but the ones you create. You're not alone in wanting power. First of all, I just want to express how absolutely beautiful this game looks, and I love how interactive the star map seems to be with zoom levels and available information, and how gorgeous the skirmishes and battles are conveyed. What makes Falling Frontier so unique is the mix between RTS gameplay and 4X mechanics. Here you fight your enemies over control over resources and frontiers and colonies in a bid to become the strongest power in the galaxy. But you also search and mine for resources in order to fuel your fledgling empire. Supply is everything in Falling Frontier if you want your ships to get around, and there's a deep technology and ship design system to create the best possible ships for the roles you need them for. In addition, you need to actively take advantage of the scanning and recon systems to aid your war effort, perhaps finding enemy ships or new and valuable resources or colonization possibilities. In Falling Frontier, your legacy and background will determine your buffs, debuffs, and initial faction technologies will impact your campaign as well as every single battle and minute of gameplay. Falling Frontier looks promising, and I'm excited to see more of it when it releases in 2023. Broken Arrow is a large-scale real-time modern warfare tactics game, pitting modern militaries against each other. You have 200 unique units to choose from, and you need both the muscle and the planning to win the battles, including taking terrain into consideration. With deep customization features allowing you to design and tailor your weapons of choice, Broken Arrow promises detail and action. And if you are interested, 2023 is the year to look forward to. Now for the opposite of Hot War, we have Espiocracy, a strategy game taking on the Cold War and the art of espionage. You can lead the intelligence agency of 74 different countries and instigate coups, dealing with the very real threat of nuclear war, the space race, and even proxy wars and decolonization. Military conflict is meant to be rare in this game, and using secret operations, intrigue, and operatives to get your way is what Espiocracy is all about. It's a bonus that the campaign map looks so absolutely beautiful as well, and I'm very excited to see how this game will turn out when it hopefully releases sometime in 2023. Following up with some World War II now, we have Company of Heroes 3. Now this is a big one, and it's the third installment in a series which at least originally became universally loved. Company of Heroes 3 aims to bring that old glory RTS goodness with tactical fighting and exciting moments on the ground, and combined with a first ever campaign map, where you'll move your troops and resources around, combining support from sea and air with your land troops. If you're interested in the essential metagame with skirmishes and maps, then I'm sure this game will be of interest when it releases in 2023. And last but definitely not least, we have Frostpunk 2, the sequel to the fantastic but also depressing Frostpunk. Frostpunk 2 aims to take the series further. Taking place in a post-apocalyptic ice age, the first game focused on steam and cold power, but now we're moving on to oil as the primary resource for humanity's survival. What was so special about the original Frostpunk, and what will be expanded upon in the sequel, are the main aspects of the game, namely making tough decisions on workers and political rights, determining who survives and who does not, all in a sort of city builder mixed with the survival genre. We even get a whole new layer of political, societal, and technological progress, and it'll be up to us to determine the fate and future of humanity. Frostpunk 2 is definitely one to look out for when it most likely releases in 2023. That was a long list of the biggest and most anticipated strategy games coming in 2023, and we can only hope they'll be as awesome as they look. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if any of these games piqued your interest, and let me know if there's any I've missed down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!